Hey everyone, happy Monday. I am so excited to be back. All right, let me find myself and make sure I'm live in the right place, because that would be my luck, right? All right, let's see. There we are. Okay. Let me get comments. And let me share. Okay, there we go. All right, hello. Make sure you comment tonight because, hey Verna, because I will be giving away 3 prizes during our Facebook Live tonight. And these 3 prizes will be just randomly for those that are commenting. I'm just gonna scroll through, pick a name, and that is how we will win. I will, if we don't have enough comments, well, then the same person can win multiple times. So, if there are a lot of people, if there are more than 3 people on here tonight, then we will make sure that at least everybody, that there are people on there. So, anyway, hope that made sense. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I don't have a lot of announcements or anything like that today. I'm going to keep it very simple. The only thing I want to announce is the new mini catalog that is coming, and celebration that will be coming. So we want to make sure that if you don't have a catalog, that you let me know. I don't think they've actually been received yet from Stampin' Up. That's how I send mine, because it just makes it easier for me. So if they should come in probably right around Christmas or thereafter. So if you don't get one and you need one, let me know and I will get that. I will get one sent to you. So that all starts on January the 4th. Celebration will only be 2 months, so it will run to the end of February. And then the mini catalog will run all the way through June the 30th. So you have 6 months to order from this catalog. Yay! It's gonna take me all 6 months because I want it all. That is a really good catalog, and I will let you know that next week I will not be live on Monday. I will actually be live on Thursday. So Christmas Eve, I will be live. And the reason for that is I will be out of town starting Sunday, and I will not be back until late Tuesday. So it'll give me Wednesday and Thursday to kind of prep for Facebook Live. And with that Facebook Live, I'm going to go through all the new goodies that I have gotten so that you can see those, and I'll have some cards made. I've already kind of started playing with them, so I'll have a couple cards made for that. So, okay. Again, if you're coming in now, just wanted to let you know to make sure you leave a comment to get your name entered to win random prizes for tonight. I will go back after as well, and pull 2 names for those that share as well for next week. And I will be giving away the Timber 3D embossing folder and a pack of the Riegels 6x6 DSP. Okay? All right. So I have lots of prizes to give away tonight. Let's see. From 2 weeks ago, I haven't been live 2 weeks ago. So the last live video that I had, Kathy Goldie, which I know she's enjoying some downtime today. So I will get this in the mail to her. And then Melissa Engel, you won as well. So I will get those in the mail. Verna, I know you're on here. you won the blog post. So I will be mailing you the Subtles 6x6 Designer Series paper, and I'll put that in the mail for you as well. And then Miss Vicky, you won the Ugly Christmas Sweater contest. And what I went ahead and did was I decided to also send it to your daughter, so you'll get 2 little goodies in there and y'all can fight over which one you'll want. And that's because both of you did post on there, so, or you both sent me an email to post. So I thoroughly enjoyed seeing those, and that's it. So let's get started. Okay, we are gonna see which one I want to do first. We're gonna do some gift card holders because Christmas is next week, and we all need. Oh, hold on, Verna. I gotta see what you're saying. Let's see. When I saw the caddy, I didn't want much, but now that I have it in hand, I want way too much. Oh yeah, I know, right? Well, I don't know. I saw it and kept going and checking because I was really excited about it. But, you know, I thoroughly love the new caddy. I will be purchasing lots and lots of things. So, we're going to use some holiday products that the holiday catalog is retiring. There are some things that are carrying over, but, and we're going to use some things that are not carrying over, and I already have these projects designed, so I decided not to redo them. The candy cane is not available, but most people I think had the candy cane, so you can always substitute it with a different background stamp and all that. So there's always ways to substitute. And here is the little gift card holder. So this is a little card that you can actually send through the mail for this one. So let me grab all my little goodie pieces here. I wrote down all the score lines and measurements. So yay for that. I was trying to be prepared. I had 3 weeks to do it, right? All right. I even grabbed a whole bunch of gift cards that I've had in drawers that there's nothing on them. But okay, so for the candy cane background, there is no sentiments, so I grabbed the Christmas to Remember, which this one is carrying over, as well as the dies for it, so yay for that. I truly do love this stamp set, and that one, 'Tis the Season, is my all-time favorite. I like that one a lot. So, so we're going to use that, and then we're going to do some die cutting as well. So I'm going to try to keep some room here, and we're going to use the Stamparatus. All right, so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and score my paper. So we're going to take the Real Red. We're going to grab our Simply Scored, and on our Real Red cardstock is cut 11 by 4 1/4. So it's literally half a sheet of cardstock, which means that you can get 2 of these gift card holders from 1 sheet of cardstock, okay? All right, so on the long side, so on the 11, we need to score it at 4 1/4, 5 1/4. Yep, already messed up. Look at there. Let's start over. It should have been, see, I even read my measurements wrong. I'm going to go ahead and just score the whole thing because I'm going to make 2 anyway. I need one for a coworker. Okay, so we're going to start at 4 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. Okay, now I'm going to cut it in half. All right. Apparently, I should have grabbed my glasses so that I could see those numbers from far away. All right, so I'm just scoring it so that it's 11 by 4 1/4, or I'm cutting it not scoring it, I'm cutting it. All right, and then see, you can make 2. All right, so I'm gonna set that one aside. All right, for this, we want to take this middle score line here and we wanna pop it in, okay? And then you're gonna pull these 2 together like that. And what you're doing is you're creating your little gift card holder part right here. And this has been around forever. I'm pretty sure this is one of the very first gift card holders I ever made when I first started getting into this kind of crafting. So let me grab my bone folder, and then we're going to give it a good crease. And just bear with me, because 3 weeks off and you really cannot remember how this works. I had to figure out how to do not disturb on my phone again, and you would think that I had never gone live before. Okay, so now you've got your little piece here. You got your little tent, more or less. Now you're gonna flip it over, and on the inside you want to take tear and tape, and you want to run it along your scored line, okay? Make sure that you get it really close to that score line, because if you don't, your card's not gonna slide down into it, okay? And then we're just gonna take that backing off. But you want the gift card to stay, so that's what this is for. And then you're literally just gonna fold it over, okay? That's it. Very, very simple. All right, let's go ahead and start our stamping. And we are going to, I took a piece, half a piece of cardstock. You don't quite need that much, but I wanted to make it bigger for when we cut these out, okay? And so I'm gonna basically cut the whole candy cane, or I'm gonna stamp the whole candy cane background. The other thing is the bottom part can be used for your sentiment as well. So it's gonna be double duty. All right, so we're gonna put this in the corner. We're gonna take some Real Red, which Real Red is probably my arch nemesis color. Thank you for sharing, Verna. Because whenever I use it, I get it everywhere. As you can tell, it's all over the back of the stamp pad. Why it would even be there, I don't know. So I'm gonna give it a good ink on there, ink it up really well. And then we're gonna flip this over, and we're gonna just rub really, really well on top here. Now, what is gonna happen, hey Sharon, is we're gonna pick it up, and I probably have missed some spots, especially here. That's where I typically do miss. So with the Stamparatus, I can just put it right back down and try again. And sorry for the shaking. There we go. Now, that's not dark enough for me, so let's go ahead and ink it up one more time. And you don't have to worry about that part of it, because we won't be using that. So, all right. Put it back in that corner. And like I was saying at the beginning, I think some of you might have missed it. Make sure you're commenting, because I'm going to draw names for 3 random prizes as we go through Facebook Live tonight. All right. Let's see if I like this. That part is just not stamping for me, is it? I really need to get one of those like rubber things. All right, I'm good with that. So now we're gonna set that aside. And the next thing I wanna do is I want to actually stamp the inside. I really wanted something on the inside. So we're gonna stamp the candy canes on the inside of our card. Now, I stamped down lightly with my candy cane background stamp here, so I would know where the line stops. So I want to line my score line here just slightly outside of where that is, okay? And then I'm going to take one of my magnets and I'm going to put my magnet right here so that it will keep it from moving, okay? So that's going to be flat. So we're going to ink it up one more time. See, there goes the red. I'm getting my finger all in it. All right. All right, and then we're just going to lay it down. And give it a good rub, good press. I'm going to shake the whole table while I do it. I'm sorry. Oh, the candy cane one, Sharon? Yeah, it's a good background stamp for sure. It's a good Christmassy background one. Okay, so there we go. And unfortunately, it is retiring. So, all right, so I'm going to set all of this aside. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to keep myself from getting red ink everywhere. Okay, so now we've got all of that. Now, we're going to die cut. For our front. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. We're going to die cut. We're going to use these stitched rectangles for that. And we're going to use this piece. So I can actually cut 3 out of here if I line it up very nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, but then I also want to go ahead and stamp my sentiment so that I can die cut it all at the same time. So we're going to take our sentiment that says "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." We're going to take black memento, ink it up, and then we're going to stamp it down here at the bottom, just like that. And it doesn't matter that it's upside down. I obviously did not really look at the stamp before I stamped it down. Okay, and then while I've got actually the black memento, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the inside of our card. I did it in Mossy Meadow. I did it in Mossy Meadow. I didn't like that, but I wasn't going to redo it. So we're going to do the Merry Christmas. And that's from the Christmas to Remember as well. And then we're just going to stamp it down right there. Okay. And then we'll stick that on the inside once we get everything cut out. All right, so I'm going to set all this aside. And I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. And I am sorry, it's going to shake things a little bit. All right, so since I want to cut my sentiment out as well, I'm going to go ahead and start up here at the top, at this side of our candy cane. Okay, and then I need the tailored tag, and I love these dies. If you don't have these are so worth it. I'm going to use this second to largest one. And we are going to lay it like this. And I'm going to turn my page just a little bit so that it won't go straight in. With your dies that have a straight edge like this, turn it at an angle just a little bit because it will allow it to go through a little bit better, okay? It won't put so much pressure on your dies. All right, sorry about the shaking. Okay. All right, so we've got our sentiment, and then we've got one candy cane. So now we're going to do one more for our project tonight, and see if you put them really close together, you can get 3 of them, which is great. It means you can do a lot of stuff in bulk. All right, and again, I'm going to put it at an angle so I can run it through. All right, And then that takes care of all those. So I'm going to set those all aside. And now let's go ahead and start putting everything together. I'm going to take my bone folder again, which I've already lost. Let's grab another one. I'm going to give it a good crease. Okay. All right. Let's actually first, let's punch the inside. So we're going to use the everyday label. We're going to line it up so that we're going to cut a little notch right here so that we can stick our card down in it. And I'm just kind of lining up my paper so that it's about, you know, like just a skosh to the skosh in. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, and I'm going to do it again on this side. Just enough in. I'm going to make sure that I line up, have it all even. Okay, so I think I might have to cut just a little bit more off, but we're going to test it. So testing it all means is that we're just going to line up our gift card, and yeah, it's just a touch too short, so let's cut a little bit more off this side. Actually, let's do a little bit on this side as well. Let's kind of make them even. Okay, now let's try and see if that works. You don't want the insert hole to be too big, because if you do that, then it could slip out as well. So there we go. Perfect. All right, let's do our outside. We're going to take and pop these up right along here. So we're going to put dimensionals all along the back. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more. Okay, now we're going to line these up, and we'll start on the right hand side and line it up. Okay, and then I'm going to take this backing off, and I'm going to try to somewhat make it in line without having to use a whole bunch of stuff. You don't want to have to pull out rulers and all that. You just want these to be simple and easy. So there we go. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to put the ribbon on. And I know typically when you do ribbon, you want to put it on first so that you can slide it up underneath, so that it's underneath and you don't have to slide it up underneath. But with these, it made it a little bit more difficult. So, and this is really easy to just slide up under both pieces. Okay, and then I'm going to pull it up as high as it'll go with those middle dimensionals, and then we're going to wrap it like this and tie a bow. And I'm going to get my head down so I can tie it. Might need a little bit more ribbon. Yep. All right. I need just a little bit more ribbon here. Okay. There we go. We don't want a little bow. We want a big bow. We want to see all the glitter in the ribbon. Okay. All right. And then we will adjust it. Make it all pretty, and then we will cut off the ends. Oh, yeah, Sharon, yes. I was actually in Hobby Lobby on 2-Notch Road, and they had some stuff, but they didn't really have a whole, they didn't have a whole lot left. And it wasn't that I think some of the areas they were taking down, they were actually consolidating because they were, I mean, they were busy when we went there on Saturday. There were tons of people. I've never waited so long to check out at Hobby Lobby. So, yeah. Yes, I love this ribbon too, Sharon. And yes, I use Stampin' Up products, but I also shop at Hobby Lobby quite a bit. And honestly, the whole reason I went there was to get a gift card for someone. And guess what? I walked out without it because I got distracted by all the other pretty things. So, isn't that the way it usually works? All right. I'm trying to make sure I move things away so I'm not all over the place with them. Okay, now we're going to take our little tag here. And we're going to kind of put it in an angle. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put it down. And on my sample, I had it up. Okay, we're going to put this one down. We're going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of it. And this is just to hold it in place. Oh. Okay, can y'all hear me? Somebody just called me and the crazy... Okay, am I back? Someone just called me and I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know how that happened. But okay, whatever. All right, so we're going to put it on there like that. Then we're going to take some of our black matted dots. Okay, good. Sorry. Thank you, Verna, for letting me know. Okay, we're going to take a whole bunch of them because it is great. Red and black are really pretty colors. And so I love, and of course, you know, these are my favorite embellishments. So let's see, that's 4, oops, 5. Let's add one there, and then we'll add another one up there. Okay, so that's, I think, enough. And then we will I'm going to try to put those up. And now we are going to do our inside. And all we have to do with our inside is put on our piece here. So we're going to take some seal. Nope. Because I don't have my seal over here with me. So we're just going to take some liquid glue. Just going to put a little bit on there. And we're going to adhere. And then there is our first gift card. All right. And sorry about my sniffling, y'all. My allergies are driving me crazy with this hot and cold weather. All right. So first card done. I'm going to leave those there. I'm going to move all this out the way. And this, of course, fits in a regular envelope. It will be a little, your card part will be a little bit shorter. Let me show you. It'll be a little bit shorter, but that still works. So you could even mail this if you wanted to. Just don't put a lot of the beads on it. So that's what I love about that gift card holder. Okay, let's do a prize. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna scroll through and I'm gonna pick someone who's commented. And Verna, you are the first winner. I'm going to let you tell me which one you want. And we'll go that way. Okay, so there is the star-crossed embossing folder, heartfelt wishes, or encircled in warmth. And I will leave those right there so that you can pick one. All right, and I'm going to grab all of my other stuff here. Oh, while Verna is picking, I did want to tell you that there is a link in the description of this video that will give you all of the measurements for and the supplies that are used for this, for all the projects tonight. So, okay. So this next one we're going to do is this one. And this is a classic gift card holder. Okay. Encircled in warmth. You got it. Let me put your name on it. All right. And grab my Sharpie, because if I don't do this, I will forget completely. All right, there you go. Okay, so this is going to be our next gift card holder, and we're going to use the Peaceful Deer, which I'm super excited because this one as well gets is going to be going into a carryover. So it'll be available from now and forever until they retire it. But it is continuing with us, so I'm super excited about that. And I didn't use it for a long time because the punch was on back order, but the punch may still be on back order. I don't remember when I looked the other day. But with it carrying over and going into the annual catalog, then I figured it was good to use because you can always go back and get it and use it later. Okay, so this one, we're also going to use some magnets because all you have to do is slide this off, and then the magnet is here to keep it together. So you could even do without a belly band and just stick your circle right up here and never even do like the belly band thing. But I liked the belly band. So we will do that. All right. So here are all our pieces for this. And here's another little gift card. I'm telling you, I went on like a hunt around the house for gift cards. Okay. We are going to need our Simply Scored board again. So I'm going to bring it out real quick. Oh, thank you, Verna. All right, and I have the measurements for this one. We're not going to score the belly band. We're going to actually just wrap it and manually like fold it, because I found that was a little bit easier. Okay, so our piece of Mossy Meadow is, let's see, 6.5 by 4 1/4. So it's 6.5 and then 4 1/4. Okay. On the 6.5, we're going to score it at 2, and then we're going to score it at 4 1/2. It's that simple. We're going to put that there. And now we're going to fold on our score lines just like that. There is your gift card holder. Simple, easy peasy. Again, I tried to do quick ones so that if you had a lot that you had to put together, because people don't want presents anymore, they just want gift cards. That is something we have figured out this year. Okay, we want to round these corners though, so we're going to take our detailed trio punch, and we're going to round both of these corners right here. Okay, then we're going to take tear and tape, and we're going to run tear and tape on each side. And again, we want to make sure that we get it as close to the edge as possible. Okay. All right, and then we'll take the backing off. And you want to make sure that when you do it, you do it on the actual flat part, because if you do it here, you'll probably go a little too long. So you want to make sure that you put that there. Now, when I fold this over, I'm not going to like smooth it out, push it down real hard, anything like that. I'm literally going to lightly place it. I'm just going to make sure that it is at least even, okay? So what that does is that creates a little bubble right here in the center, which makes it easy to put your card in and out of, okay? Like that. If you put it real tight, it will make it hard to get that gift card down in there. Okay, now let's take our magnet. I want a present as long as it is a cricket of some sort. Oh, I hear ya. I hear ya. All right, sorry for the noise. All right, so I'm grabbing 2 little mini magnets right there. I'm gonna put a glue dot on it, like that, maybe. Having the glue dots like they are makes it a little bit more complicated sometimes. All right, I'm pressing it down really hard onto that glue dot. Then I'm gonna take and kind of put it here in the center. And when I'm good with where it's at, I'm gonna press it down really, really hard, okay? Then I'm gonna take and put a glue dot on this side. I'm gonna press it on there really good, take it off, and now I'm going to lightly fold it down and then press really good. Okay, and then what that's gonna do is it's gonna put it in the same place so that it will match up for you, okay? Now we're gonna take a piece of DSP. This is the Heartwarming Hugs DSP. I'm very sad that it is retiring because I really like this paper. So we're just gonna adhere this down. Just like that. And then we're covering up that magnet, which is perfectly fine because it still works. On this piece, we're gonna take that detailed trio punch again, and we're gonna round one of the sides, the long sides, and then we're going to adhere this to the front. Just like that. Okay, so there we go. Now we are going to take our belly band and we're going to put that piece like that. We're lining it up straight. And then we're going to just fold it over. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna line it up, and then we're just gonna, with our fingers, don't do it with your bone folder, just with your finger, because it just needs to be lightly. And then we're gonna take a piece of tear and tape, put it on the end here. Then we're gonna stick our little gift card holder right in there. And then just, again, lightly, don't pull real hard on this piece. Just lightly lay it down so it's even, okay? Because you'll need to be able to slide it on and off. And if you do it really tight, it will not work, okay? All right, now let's take this right here. And I have somewhere a piece of grid paper. There we go. So that I do not get everything messy. We are gonna take these trees right here. We're gonna use Mossy Meadow, and we're gonna stamp the background. And we're gonna stamp on and then off. And then for this, I don't wanna re-stamp it down because you see the color. So I'm gonna re-ink it and then stamp it off here and then stamp it. And then I'm gonna actually even do a light one there. Let's stamp this one off twice and do a light one over there. And then it's up there. Okay, now I have this little one right here as well. So I'm just going to kind of actually, let's do that in strong. There we go. And then one more there. Okay. All right. That is that. Now we're going to take and adhere this to a scallop circle. So on this, I'm using the layering circles, which is one of my favorites. I'm learning to use these instead of the stitched shapes, which still to this day hurt my feelings that we don't have. That is probably one of my favorites that we have ever had. Source for magnets. Teresa, it is on Amazon, and I will come back after the video and I can link it for you. I will tell you, there was some trial and error for me to get the right ones, because I originally got ones that were really thick and I didn't like that. So you need the thin ones when you're doing projects like these. So I will come back and link it to you after I get off. Okay, all right, so there we go. Now we are going to stamp our deer, and we're gonna stamp it in some real red, which I thought would make it pop. I was a little iffy on it at first. Are these dies available? The layering circles, yes. The layering circles, Sharon, are in the annual catalog. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. Okay, so we are gonna now punch this out. And let's see if I can line it up. Oh, perfect. We're gonna punch. One thing with this punch, make sure of, is if you are stamping a bunch of them, make sure that you make room to punch out those antlers, and then also this little nose here, which you could always turn this into Rudolph if you wanted to. All right. Move those out the way so I don't get ink everywhere. And then we're gonna pop up our reindeer. And I'm gonna use, actually I need to use minis. All right, so mini, 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 and let me do one more just to be on the safe side. And then when I get done with this card, I'll draw one more prize, or I'll draw another prize. And then we'll still have one more after that. Okay, so there we go. That is our circle. Now, what I want to do is I want to add some linen thread. And I'm going to wrap it around the gift card holder several times. I'm going to make sure that I've got plenty of string, or plenty on this side. And then we're going to wrap it around one more time. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot. And then we're going to make a double bow. I want to make sure I get that really tight. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to cut off this side over here. Then I'm cut off another piece. And then we're going to take this piece that we just cut, we're going to stick it up underneath like that. Kind of even it out. And then we're going to tie a bow. And now we have a double bow. All right. And now we're going to cut this off like that. And then we are going to put dimensionals on the back of our circle. And actually, we're just going to put those on here like this. Let me add one more there and one more here, just to be on the safe side. Okay, then we're going to take and put our reindeer right there. And you can always take and adjust the bow that's behind it, which I probably will. I'll go back and adjust it a little bit so that it has the bow at the top like that. But there is gift card number 2. All right, let's draw another prize. All right, so these are the 2 that we have left. And we are going to pick Sharon. All right, so Sharon, you get to pick which one you want. We have the Heartfelt Wishes and then the star-crossed embossing folder. And this has like a checkered print on it, and then it's got stars. So let me know which one you want. Thank you. And I will set these aside so that we can do number 3. And then after the 3rd one, I will draw the last prize for tonight. All right. This one is going to be a little different, and I'll show it to you in 2 seconds. This one is using the pillow box dies. And it is not my idea. I actually will need both of those. I actually saw this from another demonstrator. So, and I cannot tell you off the top of my head which demonstrator at the moment, but it was on Pinterest. So, all right, so I'm gonna move these over here and grab my little cutter. And we've got lots of inks for this one. Okay. Alrighty, and I've done what I can as much as possible without really kind of doing the whole gift card. So this is going to be our gift card right here. And it's very tiny, yes. It uses the magnets as well. And then your gift card just slides right down in there. And it uses one pillow box cutout. That's it. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to actually cut that off screen really quick. So I'm going to cut out this pillow box from the soft seafoam. And I'm going to do it real quick so I don't have to shake the table, because we're going to have some other stuff to cut out. All right. So there we go. Oh, you're trying to find them in the book. Oh, yes. Oh, the circle dies. Yes, yes. Page 163 is correct, yes. Okay, so this one, we are going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. Thank you for doing that, Verna. I can always count on Verna or Deb to answer all the questions. All right, so there we go. And we're going to fold on this one. All right, now what we want to do is we want to actually take this and we're going to put it in our cutter, okay? We're not going to cut on it. We're going to give it a score. And I did better scoring it on our cutter, our paper cutter, rather than doing it on the Simply Scored, okay? I'm going to make sure I'm in the view here. All right, so what I'm going to do is, you see this little indentation right here? we want to be a little past that when we score, and we're going to actually score here, okay? So we want, literally, it's going to line up to that first little edge before it goes off to the actual part that does the cutting, that the blade runs through. There we go, okay? All right, then you want to make sure that you use your scoring blade, not your cutting blade. We're going to give it a good score, okay? Then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing. So it's going to line up right there to where the blades run through, and then we're going to give it a good score. Okay? All right. Then that part we're going to actually score. We're going to fold on those score lines, give them a good burnish with our bone folder. Do it with the other side. Now, we're going to put liquid adhesive on our little flaps here. Okay, we're just going to put it on one side. We don't need it on both, okay? Then this is going to fold up just like that. I'm going to take some paper clips and hold it so that it will glue. And then we're going to fold this in here and do the same to that one. There we go. Okay, then we're going to set that aside. Now, we are going to, magnet came off. That glue dot was not very sticky. All right, hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to fix it while we're on here live. Oh, I might have just put that on the wrong side. Nope. All right. There we go. Okay. Things are falling apart on me today. You will take the embossing folder. Great. I'm going to put your name on it right now before I forget. All right, Sharon Starkey. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to do our stamping. So I'm going to pull in all of our pieces here. Hold on 2 seconds. The photopolymer stamps are really sticky, and it just took that paper right off of my... All right. I think that's fine. Okay. We are going to start with some crumb cake. And we're going to stamp down our solid image of our pine cones. Oh, in this set, we are using the Christmas season with the seasonal label dies. This will be available after the catalog retires, so this will be moving on as well. So how exciting. Yes, a very versatile die, which I love. I love when you can use them for multiple things. All right, so we're going to stamp that down. We're going to stamp the little one down. Then we're going to go over the crumb cake. We're going to use Early Espresso with our more detailed piece. Okay, and I am not lining it up. I'm just willy-nillying it onto the bottom part of the pine cone. And I think it turns out wonderful every time. Okay? All right, so there we go. Then we want to stamp our holly leaves. Okay, and that is stamped in garden green. Then I want to stamp the hollies in red. I'm going to try to get it all through in one swoop. Okay, Then on this, our sentiment, we're going to use that "'Tis the Season." That's my favorite out of the Christmas, what is it called again? Christmas to Remember. And we're going to stamp that right down here. And I'm not worrying about whether it's straight or not, although I did pretty good with the straightness there. Okay. We're going to go ahead and cut off all this. I'm going to leave that aside. We're going to pull in the cutting machine. And I've got this little piece of vellum as well that we're going to die cut one of the labels from. Okay. All right. I'm going to make sure I get in the camera here. All right, so we're going to put our label right here, our little vellum piece. And the label is this one right here. We're just going to lay that on there. Then we're going to, oh, I need those. Put these here. We're going to put our berries. I'm going to put some Post-it tape right on top of it so that it will stay. We're going to put this on here. Oops. Line that up. I'm going to use another piece of that Post-it tape there. All right, the little one. And let me pull these out. Okay. I'm going to grab some more of this Post-it tape so that I know it'll all stay. All right. Put that across there. And then one more little piece right here. Okay, now I'm going to run it all through at the same time. Sorry about the shaking. Okay. All right, so there's all of these. And we'll put that one there. Okay, now this should be dry. So we're going to take all this off. And I think it's pretty good. There we go. We want to make sure that our gift card will fall right down in there. And look there, it will. So perfect. And now we're going to flip this over. I'm going to just fold. I'm going to give this a good crease right here. On all those little sides there. Okay. All right, so let's go to the front. We're going to take a piece of the painted Christmas DSP and we're going to just stick it right on top. And grab my glue. It might almost be out. Okay, now we're going to take our piece of vellum. Let's take it first. We're going to put some adhesive right on the back of it. I'm going to cover that up. And normally I would use the seal, but again, it's over on the desk, so we'll just leave it there like that. Okay, let's pull out our large pine cone. And we're going to attach this flat onto our cardstock. Or onto our vellum, sorry. Our vellum cardstock, like that. Okay, then we're going to take our little pine cone. And we're going to pop it up. We're going to put 2 dimensionals on it. One at the top, one at the bottom. And then we're gonna stick it kind of off on the side like that. Okay, then we're gonna take our 2 holly leaves and we're gonna take our berries. Move all this so I don't lose them. Put them back on the magnetic sheet. All right, there we go. Now, I want to make sure that these berries will stay. I'm actually going to cut this one off. Okay, and we're going to put it back on, but this just allows me to kind of play with putting these on here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put them right there. I'm going to tuck these up under like this, okay? All right, so what I want to do is I want to put these flat. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back. Okay, we'll pop that one out like that. Then this one will be on the bottom. We'll stick it like that. Okay, then we're going to take little mini dimensionals and we are going to put it on each one. Okay, so we're going to put 3 on here. All right, and then we're going to arrange it so that it covers up the gap. Then this one, we are going to take and put a dimensional on as well. And it's gonna stick right up under, okay? So I'm just making it closer of a bunch there. Now, what we wanna do is we wanna take that sentiment that we had and we wanna cut it out. So I'm going to, actually before oh, yay, Deb. I'm so glad you're at the lake. I'm gonna say this really quick. I have one more prize to give away tonight. So make sure you're commenting. And I will draw a name as soon as we get done with putting this gift card holder together, okay? All right, so then I'm just gonna trim down and I'm just leaving a little bit of white around the sentiment. And let's do it this way. Okay. And then one more little trim like that. Okay. Now we're going to take and put dimensionals on this half of it, and then we're just going to have a glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot on that side. Okay, and then many dimensionals. We'll put 1 and 2. And then we're going to lay it right there. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do is we want to add a bow, because of course you cannot have a Christmas gift card without a bow. And we're going to do gold, because I thought that went better with the dark browns. And this is the Elegant Trim. All right, so let me just cut those ends off. And then we're gonna grab a glue dot and with this glue dot, it's gonna be larger than the back of our bow. So I'm just gonna fold it and kind of put it on top of itself so that it won't cause it to be sticky when someone touches it. And then we're gonna stick the bow right there. Now, the last thing we need to do, so we need to flip it over we need to grab those magnets again. We're going to get 2 of them. And we're going to put a glue dot. I'm actually going to put 2 glue dots. I think when there's no paper over one of them, I think it does much better with 2 glue dots. Okay, then we're going to stick the magnet right here. There. And then we're going to take our glue dots and we're going to put it on the back. Oops. I didn't do very well, did it? Let's do that again. Okay. All right. And then we're just going to fold that over and press it down. And there we go. And then you can stick your gift card holder right in. Just like that. And then, oh, I didn't put it down far enough. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There is our, oh, nope, I forgot. See? We're going to add our little brushed metallic, which will be going over as well into the annual catalog, which makes me very happy because as you can see, these are wonderful and I have used a bunch of them. This is actually my 2nd pack on projects. All right, we're going to do 3. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me bring in all of them just so you can see them. And then I will draw the last name for the prize. And you can see all my messiness. I need to take a picture of what the outside of my desk looks like while I'm doing a Facebook Live or right after I'm done, because it's a disaster. Well, thank you everyone. I really appreciate it. And okay, let's draw the last prize and make sure that you share the video. When you share the video, next week, I will actually have 2 prizes to give away. And then I may give away some more prizes on live as well. So this is going to be the Heartfelt Wishes. That's the last prize for tonight. And let me just scroll on through and pick a name. All right, and Teresa Maxwell Blue, you are the winner. So if you will actually, Teresa, message me your address, I will get this in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you guys next Thursday because I will be on vacation the beginning of the week. So I will be on next Thursday and I will have a sneak peek of all the new products. So, all right, I hope you guys have a great weekend and great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.